on the floor! Do it now!
The Special Constabulary is the nation's volunteer police force.
Do you know the gent?
What's your speed?
It's made up of over 20,000 members of the public
Oh, he's gone down there.
who give their time to fight crime in their communities.
Out! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Specials combine their day jobs
Stage, please.
and home lives
Here's a good boy.
with being serving police officers on the front line.
Shut up.
Coming up,
Stay with me. Shush! There is a problem.
James finds himself surrounded and in potential danger.
The worst thing that could have happened, they all turn on me.
Why are you carrying that around? Bill. Oh, how nice.
Bill makes some shocking discoveries on a routine traffic stop.
That's not good, is it? At this moment in time, you're under arrest.
And Louisa comes to the aid of a distressed driver
You okay? No.
in a vulnerable situation.
It's unbelievably dangerous. Don't hit us.
It's Christmas Eve,
Are you going to start heading home now? No, you don't.
and 27-year-old Special James Chatfield is out on shift with regular constable Claire Forrester.
Merry Christmas.
And you. Tonight I'm on a reactive shift, so responding to anything that may come in. The thought of spending Christmas Eve at home with my family and my girlfriend's all lovely, but my girlfriend's a paramedic, she was at work, and I thought to myself, someone's got to look after the county.
James is out volunteering when most people are home wrapping presents, and he knows it's a challenging shift.
It's 10:30 on Christmas Eve, so I should think it'll probably get quite busy. Crime never stops, and at Christmas is no exception.
James could well be right. A call comes in reporting trouble at a local pub.
We've just had a call from door staff at the Griffin to say they've got a male detained. We don't know what for at the moment. We're literally just up here, so we'll be there in about 15 seconds.
James and Claire arrive at the pub to find that other officers have apprehended a man who's been making threats to door staff.
Who's he had to go at?
He just come over and sort of lunged at us. He told me he was going to stab us, and his dad was coming back to beat me up.
So Foxtrot Mike 44, go again. Yeah, there is one male detained at the moment. He's made threats to stab him.
There's a strong police presence in town this busy Christmas Eve, and James lets his colleagues know what the door staff have said.
And he then just lunged at him and said that he's going to stab him. They just want him out.
Are they going to give a statement?
No.
Right, well, section 27 then.
Yeah.
The decision is made to give the man a temporary banning order from the town centre.
So that drunk male that we've got, he's going to be section 27 now to get him out of the area. The door staff just want him removed. A lot of people just don't appear to be able to handle their drink. They'll have a few to drink and then think they can fight the world. Have you got anything on you that will hurt us?
No.
Will hurt you? No, you sure?
I swear my
No
life.
syringes, no drugs.
Don't pull my trousers down.
Well, I'm not going to put them down.
No syringes, no drugs.
No, I swear my life. I swear my life.
James searches the suspect before other officers send him on his way.
We're going to give you a ticket to go home now, yeah?
If you come back, you'll be arrested, all right?
Yeah,
you need to
cool,
go
that's
home and
fine,
stay
that's
home.
cool.
Count yourself lucky that you're not getting nicked, OK?
You come with
us.
us.
We'll
take home, yeah?
If he's found back in town tonight, he'll be arrested for that. That's that little problem resolved. I'm sure that's the first of many like that tonight.
When James isn't giving his time as a special, he works as an estate agent.
It's been a fairly busy start of the day, but I'm now on my way out to show some people around 3 flats to rent. I'm a senior property consultant. I do viewings, I value houses, agree sales, progress them through to the day that people come and collect their keys. About a year ago, they did quite a lot of work on it, refitted kitchen, bathroom, that sort of stuff. Being an estate agent, I do enjoy it. Go on then. I think the fact that I've been doing it for pretty much 10 years now, if I didn't enjoy it, there's no way that I'd be doing the hours that we all do as estate agents. Little kitchen. Condition-wise, it's very good.
James is happy juggling his career with volunteering over 60 hours a month as a special.
Yeah, and you've got a bit of space out the back there. I can't see myself wanting to become a regular officer. Bedroom 1. I joined the Special Constabulary because I've always been interested in the police force. My dad was a policeman in Cambridgeshire. He retired 3 or 4 years ago now. So I've grown up with the police in the family. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but not necessarily on a full-time basis. I'm perfectly happy doing what I do now. It's modern, it's not bad, it'll be cheap to heat. Yeah. It's in London, it'd be about £1,000, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Domestic in progress so far.
Yeah, pass details.
Back on the streets on Christmas Eve, and James receives another call requesting immediate assistance.
Stating son's having a domestic with partner. He's actually pushed her out of the house as she's got violent. There's a 15-month-old baby boy at the location.
Yeah, we'll be state 5 shortly. So that's another job just come in, domestic in progress that's been reported. Domestic at 11:30. It's Christmas Eve, isn't it? Unbelievable, really.
James and Claire head to the property to find out what's gone on.
What's the problem? Who's kicked you out? Right, OK. If you just move out of the way, please.
When we arrived there, they opened the door but weren't keen to let us in. But with it being a domestic, which is one of the top things on the force priority list, we have to go in and make sure that everybody is OK.
Are you going to let us in, mate?
Who lives here?
Yeah, if you can just open the door for us.
But while James is dealing with the domestic, something else appears to be happening nearby.
A neighbour down the road, all I remember was him saying, you need to be over here. There's a fight over here.
James leaves Claire to deal with the domestic and goes to investigate a disturbance around the corner.
VB Foxtrot Mike 44, can we have some assistance? There's another violence in progress.
So Mike 44, understood. Any mobile that can break off to assist officer 5.
James finds a group of people fighting in the street and calls for assistance.
As soon as I saw what was going on, 8 or 9 people fighting, I called for backup straight away. There was no way that I'm going over there knowing that I haven't got anyone on their way to help me.
What's going on? No, what's going on? Right, you move over here. No, get off me. Right, you move back. Right, what's going on?
My colleagues in dealing with a domestic, I've got myself involved in another situation that I cannot get out of now, and I'm thinking, there's 8 or 9 people there. I'm on my own.
Nothing. You come over here with me. What's the problem? What's the problem?
It's a potentially dangerous situation for the Special Constable.
Where do you live? Where do you live?
In that situation, the worst thing that could have happened, they all turn on me. Everyone was around me. At that moment in time, I did feel very vulnerable, and it was going through my head that anything could happen.
There is a problem.
James is finding it hard to establish what's going on, and he's also struggling to keep control of the group.
Excuse me. Excuse me. If you'd like to stay with me, yeah? Where? Shut up. Where are you staying tonight?
The greatest fear that I've got is if they pull a knife. That would just be absolutely horrendous to deal with.
Right, well, go home then. Right, are you going to go now?
Yeah, we're going home.
Go on then, off you go.
Yeah, we're going home.
Off you go, please.
Yeah, we're going.
Do you want to get arrested?
Backup arrives, not a moment too soon.
I'd called for the backup, and as they got a little bit closer, I did hear some sirens, and I thought, I really hope that's the police, not an ambulance or fire engine.
Basically, we've gone to a domestic here. 2 members of the public have said there's a fight down there. I come down here and they're all scrapping. I don't know where they're from. I can't work out where they're staying. Right. Oh, they're all here. She's round. I'm going to go round here now.
Now other officers are on scene, James can return to check on his colleague Claire, who's alone and dealing with the domestic they were originally called to.
The main thing is safety of colleagues, yourself and colleagues. If she'd have gone in there and been attacked and not had a chance to get to a radio, then no one would have known. So it was absolutely imperative that as soon as practical, that I got back there to make sure that she was OK.
He's going to go to his brother's for the night.
Got all his details?
Yeah, got all his details. Check baby, he's fine.
The domestic seems to have sorted itself out now. I'm going to go and check round the corner because there seems to be a bit more of an issue there.
I went back over there and the sergeant, in telling them just to leave the area, they were really noisy, they were still really aggressive.
Right, I obviously had too much to drink.
Right, lock him up.
We did give him a chance.
Officers struggle to contain a distressed woman as the decision is made to arrest her brother.
Calm down! Hey, calm down! Calm down! Hey, calm down!
Shush!
Shush!
It became necessary to arrest him because he would have continued to cause problems that night. When he was arrested, I was pleased because I knew that the group would then disappear because it would make them realise that we're not going to take any rubbish from them. It's not acceptable, and we will take action.
Yeah, he's gone. He's been arrested. All right, you lot need to go home now.
No problem, no problem.
Go on then. If you turn
Dealing with potentially dangerous situations like this doesn't stop James wanting to give his time free of charge to help police his community.
Yeah, your brother's been arrested. Yeah, so you need to go home now.
I do think I was putting myself in that situation as a volunteer, but it still doesn't make me think twice about it. The thing that stops me walking away from a situation like that is the fact that I'm there in that uniform. I will deal with that situation.
See ya. Christmas Eve fun.
The arrested man later received a fixed penalty notice for being drunk and disorderly.
Service with a smile. Happy Christmas.
Specials are unpaid volunteers who work alone or alongside the regular police to fight crime in their communities.
You got all of them! Don't want to see you walking on the main road again.
Come on.
Recovery's obviously en route.
Specials are not police community support officers. They're fully fledged members of the police force who have the same powers in law as their paid colleagues, including the power of arrest.
Stop it! Move over.
No.
Move out of the way.
No.
Within many special constabularies, officers can rise through the ranks, from constable all the way to chief specials officer.
Ouch, I found a thorn. Let me remind you, you're under arrest, and anything you say will be written down.
Specials work 16 hours a month or more as volunteers and undertake all kinds of duties, from policing community events to arresting hardened criminals. In Peterborough, Special Chief Inspector Bill Bond is on shift with PC James Stiles of the Roads Policing Unit.
I love the variety of the work with the RPU. You're there to make the roads as safe as possible. If you didn't have an effective roads policing regime, you'd have absolute anarchy on the roads.
This car, it looks like it could have something wrong with it. Let's have a chat.
Hello? Is it your car?
Bill's work with the Roads Policing Unit involves dealing with all sorts of incidents, including taking unroadworthy cars off the road.
2 front tyres need your attention, James.
Sir, what's wrong with that? No, not just changed today. Look at that. That is probably one of the worst tyres I've ever seen. Your car does not drive on a road until it's been re-MOT'd.
Policing the roads of Cambridgeshire is something Bill is committed to wholeheartedly.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Bill spent many years in the Army and Civil Service and now runs a small lettings agency.
Hi, it's me. Everything here is absolutely fine, and it's fit to show.
On top of that, he volunteers over 100 hours a month as a special and wouldn't have it any other way.
I don't feel that I'm ready yet to retire. I've got quite a few things that I want to do when I do eventually retire.
It's OK. Thank you.
Perhaps I'm a Peter Pan and don't want to quite go into my dotage yet. I just thoroughly enjoy frontline policing.
It's 9:30, and Bill and James spot a silver hatchback with the back wheel that's out of alignment.
That shouldn't be on the road.
Bill's aware that roadside stops can have unexpected consequences.
Hello? Is it your car?
One of the interesting features about the work is that you can stop a vehicle for what appears to be a very insignificant potential offence, and it can lead to all sorts of things.
Come round here and explain to me why that wheel's not pointing in the direction it should be pointing. Look at the angle it's at. Like that. Yes, that shouldn't be on the road. That's dangerous. See my colleague over there? Give him your details and he's going to check your driving licence, etc.
While Bill makes checks on the driver, James decides to take a closer look inside the car.
Why are you carrying that around? wedged down the side of his driver's door.
When James first opened the door of the car, he saw a 3-foot metal pole. We got the immediate impression it was there as an offensive weapon.
Things aren't looking good at the moment, fella.
And they're about to get a whole lot worse.
You stay there.
James has discovered a quantity of cannabis in the car too.
At this moment in time, you're under arrest for possession with intent to supply. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later align in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Oh, an offensive weapon.
You need to get that person in handcuffs and under control immediately because they obviously are prepared to use violence.
Bill, do you want to ask for a van?
We certainly will.
Suddenly just got a lot more excited.
Having unearthed both drugs and an offensive weapon, the driver could be facing serious charges.
Right, fella.
At this moment in time, he's been arrested on possession with intent to supply and possession of an offensive weapon.
Right, this guy needs a search. Anything else on you, fella? Anything sharp's going to hurt me, are you?
Bill searches the suspect before he's taken into custody.
OK, climb up there.
There's nothing in the back of this van, OK? So when you come out of it, I hope there's nothing in it again.
Is that him or the passenger?
It's the passenger. Can you run him through for me?
Yeah. BB, negative DL. This guy is the passenger in the car that we've stopped, the driver of which has been arrested.
Bill now makes checks on the passenger in the car, and he and James also weigh up the evidence they've found.
That?
Yeah.
In the back of the driver's seat, a bar on the driver's side. What do you reckon about the passenger?
I don't think we can make anything stick, do you?
I don't think we could take the passenger in.
No.
And we'll go back and book him in, book the drugs in.
Mm-hmm.
Bill and James continue the search of the car.
Bill.
Yes. Oh, how nice.
Another shocking discovery. Evidence is mounting up against the driver of the car.
So, all in all, that, the metal bar and the cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what else am I going to find? Have you got all his details?
Yes.
You can go. Bye-bye.
The officers send the passenger on his way, but they're not done with the car just yet.
He's got something in that sleeve.
Oh.
They can come with us.
They certainly can. A couple of balaclavas with eye and nose holes.
I don't think police officers are surprised at whatever they find. Anything's possible. That's why it's important to do thorough searches when you're in the position to do so.
So that's now going equipped, offensive weapon ×2, possession with intent to supply. Lovely.
That's good.
Let's go book him in.
A simple traffic stop by Bill and James has turned into so much more and uncovered a wealth of evidence.
All that from a routine traffic stop.
There's only one sort of reason why someone would carry a knife, a metal bar, balaclavas and a lot of cannabis. That's if they're doing something they shouldn't be doing. And that's all basically resulted from the fact that he's got a vehicle that shouldn't be on the road.
When they get back to the station,
This way, watch the step.
further information comes through about the man they've arrested. He's already on bail for other offences.
I think people offending on bail are giving a pretty clear indication that they don't really care about the process of law. So quite rightly, he was locked up over the weekend and put before the court on Monday morning.
Minutes later, Bill and James head out on the road again, this time to arrest the passenger in the car. More information has come to light that the passenger lives at the same address as the driver, who's now in custody. The weapons and drugs found in the car could in fact be his.
When we realised there was a closer connection between the driver and passenger than we believed at the roadside, we realised that we'd got the decision not to arrest the passenger wrong.
Hello, can I come in? Thank you very much. Who's here?
They're in luck. The passenger has returned home.
That's our man. Yeah. Brilliant. You go speak to him.
Bill goes to arrest the man and bring him in for questioning, so the police can establish who the weapons and drugs found in the car belong to.
T-shirt, top.
I was pleased that the passenger was there. It meant that they could both be interviewed in the same time frame and that the driver wouldn't have been tempted to go down the road pretending that everything in the car belonged to the passenger.
A man turns up who can interpret, and Bill explains to the prisoner why he's been detained.
He has to be interviewed about his involvement in the things that we've just discussed. If the other guy says, my knife, my baton, my balaclavas, my drugs, then he comes away. Do ask him not to swear.
There you go. Mind your head. Be careful. Thank you.
The passenger was taken into custody, but was later released without charge. After further investigation, the charge of possession with intent to supply was dropped. The driver pleaded guilty to possession of an offensive weapon, a bladed article and a Class B drug. He was sentenced to a community order and required to undertake unpaid work. The weapons and drugs were destroyed. It's this kind of result that motivates Bill to volunteer for the police.
I get an immense feeling of job satisfaction out of being a special. At the end of the day, somebody carrying a couple of quite unpleasant items and a quantity of drugs was put before the court.
Another special who works with the roads policing units in Cambridgeshire is Special Constable Louisa Bellis. Today, she's on shift with regular officer Ian Gray, and a call comes in over the radio requesting assistance at a broken-down vehicle.
VB Alpha Tango 73. Can I just confirm the type of vehicle that's broken down, if it's a lorry or a car, please?
The radio operator confirms it's a car, and Louisa and Ian immediately head straight to the scene. When she's not volunteering as a special, Louisa works as a scientist.
For my day job, I manage a database of 1.6 million chemical structures, and I put them in an ordered fashion so they can be used on the internet for drug discovery.
It's a huge contrast to frontline police work.
Being a scientist, you use one side of your brain. It's very ordered, it's very structured. Being a special, a lot of it is being able to think on your feet and being more reactive to things.
Back on her police shift, Louisa's reacting to an incident right now. She and Ian are racing to help a driver stranded on a main road.
So we're just heading westbound on the A14 because we need to take the car out of the live lane, because what we don't want is somebody just to drive into it while it's broken down. Yeah, I can see it there. I'll jump out and check she's got recovery.
Yeah, we'll get so we can get off the road a little bit more than she already is.
They arrive at the scene to discover the car is partially in the road.
She needs to get out of it for a start. The road that the car had broken down on is a very, very busy road, and the fact that she hadn't exited her vehicle immediately meant that she was in danger of somebody else actually hitting the car.
We're with the broken down vehicle. It's in live lane, stuck at the moment.
Louisa goes to check on the driver.
Are you okay?
No.
Okay, stand up over here. I need to take you out the car.
I'm just trying to find my Tesco right there and I can't find it.
That's okay, don't worry. I could see that the woman driver, who was now sitting in the passenger seat, was highly distressed. She was crying. She was frantically trying to find her breakdown card, was upset that she couldn't, and my first job was just to calm her down. We're here to protect you there, and it's nothing to worry about, okay? This broken down vehicle had a flat tyre, and it can happen to any one of us.
Louisa's calmed the driver, and Ian then makes a plan to get the car out of the lane.
You drive ours?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is drive it at a walking pace and get it off this road, because what we don't want something happening is someone to drive into the back of us.
It's a dangerous situation. Traffic is passing at high speeds, and it's not slowing down.
Oh my God. Seriously? Oh. No, that tyre is definitely coming off. I do have the opinion that a lot of drivers just do not realise the hazards that are involved when they see a police car with its lights on. It's unbelievably dangerous. I mean, I want to protect Ian, and people are leaving it to the last minute. We've got the rear reds on. I'm actually going to put the rear blues on as well, just to give them more warning. But they're just leaving it to the last minute. Oh, my goodness. Don't hit us. I don't like this.
put a lane 1 closure?
Yeah, start doing a lane 1 closure.
Having moved the car over to the hard shoulder, Ian decides to close off the lane to give extra protection while he deals with the faulty tyre.
People weren't moving over fast enough, so you have to put in a lane 1 closure.
Traffic is still passing at speed, but Louise is doing all she can to make it as safe as possible for her colleague and the driver.
Just a bit worried because it was such a busy road and my tyre's gone.
I can understand why she's inconsolable, because it must be really scary.
The hazards are not enough. The traffic can't see the hazards in the sun.
This is why RPU is so important. Like, we can come here and just help her and just protect her. You all right?
The Highways Agency arrive to give a hand.
Yeah, I don't mind taking her down.
But there's a problem. The spare wheel doesn't fit the car.
What Ian's going to do is he's going to drive this lady and her broken tyre down to a place that actually sells them, because the spare that she's got doesn't actually fit the car. I was left to protect the scene because the broken down car was still in the live lane and couldn't actually be moved anywhere else, so it was still a hazard and we still needed people to stay away from it.
Half an hour later, Ian and the driver arrive with a new tyre. Ian fixes the wheel and the relieved driver can finally get on her way.
Right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right, we good?
Yeah.
It's a day you won't forget.
When the woman was finally able to get on her way, I did feel a little sense of accomplishment. I really, really enjoy it. I like the people that I work with. I like the situations that we can get involved in. And I also really like the feeling of thinking that I may have helped somebody.